Hello everyone, how's it going? So we have even more layoffs in the gaming industry. We already had Ubisoft, we had BioWare, now we have the Midnight Society. This was the studio that was co-founded by Dr. Disrespect after he was terminated from the company once the allegations came out of why he was banned off Twitch. Like, there was no way that the game that they were developing, Deadrop, was ever going to release. It was an NFT extraction shooter where the big focus was making money playing this game. And if you know anything about NFTs, cryptocurrency, and all this stuff, you already know that this was a ticking time bomb. There was no way they were going to sustain a game like this with the amount of rug pulls that go on in that type of financial sector. Not to mention NFTs completely phased out, which... thank God for that. Like, remember Ubisoft Quartz? I'm so glad NFTs got, like, just destroyed and they were just kicked out of gaming. Like, it takes a lot to get the entire gaming industry to unite under one banner and say no. Like, you got console and PC gamers and even mobile gamers to say no. That is, like, such a monumental flex. Like, you got everyone to just say, yes, we do not want this here. But yeah, this game was dead on arrival. There was no way it was going to sustain itself. It was a very small niche project that was banking on the popularity of Dr. Disrespect, and once he fell because of the allegations that came out of why he was banned off Twitch, there was no way this game was going to sustain itself. Frankly, I'm surprised it survived as long as it did. Midnight Society has announced that it will be canceling its NFT-backed extraction shooter Deadrop, with 55 developers affected. Announced on Twitter, Midnight Society wrote, "Today we are announcing Midnight Society will be closing its doors after 3 incredible years with an amazing team of over 55 developers contributing to our new IP, Deadrop. We are actively seeking other game studios that would be interested in offering employment opportunities to our talented team members. If you know anyone who's hiring, please forward this message to them or DM us for direct intros. We express our sincere gratitude to each and every one of our community members, and deeply sorry we are unable to reach our ultimate goal." Remember, they didn't even release this IP. It was in early access and it was basically dead. Like, Juwalin did a really good video on this. I already covered this, but this is what the game looked like, which looks like even worse than Halo Combat Evolved, which came out on the Xbox. Like, it has a lot of issues with verticality. I mean, look at this. Like, the only reason this game sustained itself was because top streamers within Dr. Disrespect's circle was playing this game. Without that, this game would have been dead. X-Defined looks better than this, and that game didn't even last half a year. Like, just look at this. Ugh. Like, I feel bad for the developers who are working on this game, but we have to state facts of what they are. Look at that game. Like, do you really think anyone would be excited to play that game if there wasn't an incentive to make money off it? And even then, there's no way they were going to prevent the cheaters from hoarding the most coveted NFTs within this game. Like, literal AAA companies with $1 billion can't fight against cheaters. Activision Blizzard has problems with it. Valve has problems with it. Microsoft, PlayStation, almost every sector within the gaming industry that has a competitive game has issues with cheaters. And there is no way a team of 55 are going to battle against this because it's becoming increasingly more prevalent. I'm sure a lot of us have seen those cheat manufacturers who create these massive individualized cheats, and they drive like Lamborghinis and stuff. It's a really, really hot business. Midnight Society was originally founded by Robert Bolin of Call of Duty fame and content creator Dr. Disrespect. However, following a series of allegations being levied at the streamer last year, it was announced that Dr. Disrespect will no longer be working at the studio. Yeah, he was not only terminated from the Midnight Society, even though they said they parted ways. He was terminated. He also lost sponsorships. He lost his monetization off YouTube. I believe he streams on Rumble right now. So, honestly, like, the guy... eel. Like, everything that guy has done is just eel. After those events unfolded, Midnight Society's leadership insisted that guy, Dr. Disrespect Bean, was little more than an influencer and marketer for the brand, but the shamed streamer claimed that he was much more important to the project. Could his removal from the company have been a factor in the House of Cards collapsing on itself? Oh yeah. Like, there's no doubt about it. There was literal, in the first build of this game, a building with his face on it. I don't want to use the video because I'm pretty sure I'll get copyright claimed or copyright striked, but I believe Laserbeams did a video on it. But yeah, there was a literal building with the Dr. Disrespect logo. He was literally the face of this game. The second he was terminated from the company, that was it. The only reason people knew about this game was because of him and supported it because of him. Without his support, it's dead. Like, I've seen how dogmatic Dr. Disrespect's fans can get. Like, you think Hassan's fans are bad? Oh, you haven't seen anything like yet. Deadrop was poised to be a vertical extraction shooter fused with blockchain and featuring NFT-driven mechanics. God, I hate that sentence. In a series of snippets released during the game's development cycle, players were invited to get early access to the title, myself included, and it wasn't anything to write home about. So, yeah, there it is. Yeah, like I stated, there's no way that this game was going to compete with any first-person shooter on the market today, not just premium shooters, but free-to-play shooters. Like, Fortnite actually has a really good first-person shooter aspect. That extraction mode that kind of resembles Rainbow Six Siege looks better than this. You have Apex Legends, which even though it's on the it's literally on the deathbed, looks better than this. X-Defiant look better than this. Halo Infinite looks better. Like, you see what I'm talking about? Like, everything about this game, just like there are better options, and there's no way it was going to succeed. Like, I feel bad, I do, for the developers, because for the last 2 years, ever since the pandemic ended, a lot of companies have been cutting a lot of jobs, and it's been a bloodbath. You can see it on YouTube. Like, a lot of people who supplemented their income through YouTube who work in technology now are looking to YouTube in order to try and supplement their income in order to survive. At this point, look, am I sad that there isn't going to be an NFT extraction shooter? No. Like, the market dictates what's going to be popular, and no one wanted this. Like, the only people I saw pushing this were within Dr. Disrespect's field of influence and people who are crazy about crypto and blockchain technology. Most gamers don't give a damn about that or see it for what it is. Like, it's just another way for companies to nickel and dime players outside from loot boxes, microtransactions, cosmetics, and everything is being like put into games. Like, premium games now have free-to-play systems, and with this, I just don't know who would be excited for this, or if it would ever sustain a community large enough in order to maintain the cycle that's necessary to have a game like this, while also combating cheaters who would literally destroy the ecosystem of this game. Like, everything about this game just seems like there was no way it was going to sustain itself. Basically a big fish in a small pond, or maybe a... well, that's the best one I can think of at the moment. But tell me what you think in the comments below. Honestly, it is what it is. Hopefully everyone can bounce back and find jobs elsewhere. It is very cutthroat out there, but hopefully good things will happen for the people who worked on this game. For everyone else, thanks for joining me. Like, dislike, your choice. Goodbye.